Stefan Antiga, Poland in red and white, Brazil in all blue. And we're set to go. And immediately, middle attack once again. And Brazil is going to do that an awful lot. Sidao with a big kill out of the middle. Sidney dos Santos, 2 meters, 3 centimeters, 6'8", a silver medalist from the London Olympic Games. Poland has got to deal with Brazil's middle attackers, and Brazil has to try to slow down Mariusz Błaszczak. And both teams exchange quick middle attacks. Obviously, serve reception dictates an awful lot. The game has changed so much. It's gotten so big, so long, so physical, so fast. But still, oftentimes, it comes down to who passes the ball the best. And in terms of those particular areas, Brazil, the #4 receiving team so far in the tournament. Poland, #1. So that's something to look out for throughout the course of this championship match. Both teams, a record of 11-1 coming in. Brazil's only loss to Poland. Poland's only loss was to the United States, a team that was expected to make it to the last stage, and they did not. Here's Lucarelli. Winiarski, a little too anxious, had to take a little bit of a stutter step there and was able to get that ball rattled through the block a little bit. Michael Winiarski, earlier on in the tournament, was bothered by some back spasms, but word is that he's just fine. Won a silver medal for Poland along with Błaszczak back in 2006. Backup setter Paweł Zagumny also on that team. And back-to-back serves missed out of bounds by Poland. Quick reminder, best 3 out of 5 sets. First 4 sets to 25 points, rally scoring. Points scored every time the ball is put in play. 5th set, if necessary, will be played to 15. Perfect pass, beautifully done. Watch this little back flip by Žižka. Watch this, this was really good. Lucas was right there, but because of the spacing of that little flip, Karol Kos had the opportunity to hit that ball wrist away from Lucas. There's Lucas out of the middle. That's what Brazil wants to do, particularly from off the net. 2 other things of note with respect to the rules. Each team has 2 team timeouts per set, and each team also has 2 challenges per set. After this point, I'll give you the delineation with... Oh, nice block by Lucas. So first strike against Błaszczak goes to Lucas Sadkamp. You can challenge balls in and out, foot fault on the serve, foot fault on the 3-meter line, a foot fault violation, there we go again, on the center line, as well as net touches. Right back to Błaszczak, who thumps that ball through the block. Really like it when setters repeat. In other words, go back to a hitter who might have hit a ball out of bounds or gotten blocked. Błaszczak needs to put up 25 points if Poland is going to win. Here's Kos. And another ball out of the middle and dug by Kos, but over the sideline. In speaking with Stefan Antiga, I asked him, is it more of an advantage playing at home, or is it more of a situation of pressure? I think he thought that was a pretty dumb question. Nice dig. Good shot into the block by Lucarelli. And Ricardo Lucarelli off the block and out of bounds. Just to finish the thought, he said, come on. I mean, look at this crowd. Everywhere we've gone, it's been capacity. They're just loud. They're incredible fans. They've got to give my team a lift. And he said they weren't feeling any pressure, but I wasn't buying it. Maybe the pressure, I think all the pressure was to get to the Final Four. But now, with a chance to win a world championship, heck yeah. Ricardo Lucarelli again, and Brazil off to an outstanding start. Just like that, we've come to the first technical timeout. 2 technical timeouts, one when a team reaches 8, one when a team reaches 16. And Brazil could not have drawn up a better start, leading it by 4. Now 54 years of age, won a silver medal at the Los Angeles Olympic Games as a player. 3 times a world champion, 8 times World League champion, 2-time World Cup champion, and 2-time Olympic silver medalist as a coach. Which basically means since he took over, they've won everything in sight except for 2 Olympic finals, losing to the United States in 2008 and losing to Russia in London in 2012. Here is Murillo, the most valuable player at the 2010 World Championships, but since then has undergone major shoulder reconstructive surgery. That ball went off of Vlasovic, and so Vlasovic has taken 3 swings, and he has been blocked twice. So far, the matchup and the game plan going the way of Brazil. Bernardo Rezende, told me that he wanted number 10, Lucarelli, blocking against Vlasovic, and that's exactly what he's got. And that one sneaks right through. Best outside blocker. Lucarelli is there. I think you want to move that block in just a little bit. There was some contact. You saw Lucas Satkamp took an elbow that time from Lucarelli. Perfect pass by Mario. Wallace wristing the ball over the top. Both these teams really know how to play tactically, and their block and defense systems are among the best. First contact doesn't have to be clean, and that certainly wasn't. Off the block. I'll fight the crowd later on. For now, you can see what's going on. One of the best points in the last several matches. And both of these teams, as I mentioned, really know how to play the game. So they move the ball around. Their block defense phase of the game is very, very solid. And speaking of that, Bernardinho, whose team went 5 sets against France and said France was the best digging team in the tournament. He thinks Poland is the best team in the world, maybe besides his own, in terms of defense in the backcourt combined with very strong blocking. Poland a much more physical team than France. Brazil led at the opening technical timeout, 8-4. They still lead it by 3, 10-7. Lucarelli again, boy, has he come on. Ricardo Lucarelli had the unenviable task of being asked to fill the big shoes of Giba, and came into the starting lineup with Brazil as a 20-year-old, and who would be ready to do that? Giba, I think one of the top 10 players in the last 20 years. 3 times a world champion, an Olympic gold medalist in 2004, along with 2 silver medals. But Lucarelli has really improved in the last 24 months. Much stronger, spent a lot of time in the weight room, upping his physicality. Good off speed that time and read by Sidao. And that's a serving mistake by Nowakowski. You cannot serve Murilo Andres, number 8 in blue. He's the best receiver in the tournament. Really good read. Carol Close was there. Good off speed, and the middle blockers for Brazil are racking up the kills. Wallace, good cover by Sidao, not once but twice. And Wallace stumping that ball through the block. What wonderful play that time by Sidao, the middle blocker. Sidney Dos Santos, Sidao, watch this. And that was the second cover on the play. You don't win big matches like this without players doing something that there's just a little bit extra. And that was wonderful by Sidao. Timeout called by Poland, trailing 13-8.
One thing, remember Wallace on high ball. We are ready for keep, okay? So this one a little bit better. Good block here.
Lazwe. Ball was called out of bounds. The head referee. That was an interesting call. The linesman called the ball out of bounds, but Lazwe will get credit. Franz Loderus, the head referee, overruling the linesman there, and nobody complaining, no challenge. Service ace by Lazwe. In between Mario Villabero and Murilo, and immediately Bernardinho will use one of his 2 team timeouts. Both coaches have called a timeout. They have 1 remaining, and both have their 2 remaining challenges. Word had it that this is the biggest, most in-demand, most popular sporting event in Polish history, expecting an audience of 15 million households. This is a country with 38 million citizens. So you get the idea, surpassing the 10.5 million that watched ski jumper Kamil Stoch win double gold in Sochi a couple of years ago at the Winter Olympic Games. An interesting Polish president, Bronisław Komorowski, reached out to the president of Polsat and wanted to make sure that this match, if Poland made it to the finals, was available to every Polish household. And it's quite controversial. That was not necessarily the case. Earlier on in this tournament, matches were only available on a pay-per-view basis. A lot of people were very disappointed by that. Murilo, even with a very sore shoulder, had surgery on his right shoulder back in May of 2013 and still is nowhere near 100%. But if he can give Brazil a little offensively, it will help to keep the Polish block honest. That was a big kill in terms of the overall tone of this match. That ball served well out of bounds by Sidao. So on the miss, Brazil leading 14-11. Opening set here for the World Championship. Poland last won this title, the only time they ever won it, back in 1974. They followed that up with an Olympic gold medal in 1976. Here's Winiarski. Blasway stuffed again. Maybe that ball was going out of bounds, but I'll tell you, Brazil has gotten off to a really good start on Blasway. Murillo with the block there with some help from Lucas. It's been all Brazil so far in this opening set. Got the matchup they wanted, and they're taking advantage. And Lucas Sutkamp again. And we've come to the second technical timeout. Beautiful block. You can't hit the ball straight ahead. You got to hit wrist away, you got to hit cross body, because Lucas, a great read stuffing that ball. Brazil leading 16-11.
You cannot do nothing. I remind you. Even if we are late, jesteś spóźniony, lubimy łapka. Okay? I bronimy druga. Okay? Tutaj bronimy, do środka.
Building holds 11,500. It's been sold out for months. Mariusz Blasway off to a really bad start. He got to turn it around. They rely on him. Brazil is the most balanced team among the elites in the world, but Stefan Antiga and Poland really rely a lot on Blasway's unique ability. Mika is blocked on the outside. Mateus Mika. Boy, Brazil is absolutely dominating, and Stefan Antiga is going to use his second timeout. Beautiful blocking move by Wallace.
Don't forget, guys, if the ball is not perfect, we can find solution. We can play and cover and build one more time counter-attack. We can make a tip, okay? We can spike on the setter. So don't forget that. We won't win. Power, they are higher than us, so we won't win this fight. We have to play smart.
He waits on you in front of you, and if you turn, he comes diagonal.
I know I'm not in baseball country, but what Poland's trying to do, to use an analogy, they're swinging for the fences. They're not playing small ball, and Stefan Antiga wants them just to shoot the ball around, to play, to find a rhythm. They're not playing in their style right now. High up in to the weakest part of the block, register a kill by Mateus Mika, and maybe find a way to get started. Poland trails 18-12. I mean, on a percentage basis, it's about 95% that this set is gone for Poland. But again, I've talked about it before. If you're Poland, you want to find some positive rhythm. You want to get to 20 before this set is over. You want to win the back half. Double substitution coming on now for Poland. Blasway and Zizka to the sideline. Paweł Zagumny coming on the floor. Set for Poland when they won the silver medal in Japan back in 2006. Back row, quick combination. You get a perfect look at Lucarelli finding a big gap between the blockers. David Konarski coming on as the backup opposite. I like this substitution. Give Blasway just give him a breath. Here is Lipe. Very good serving sub. and missed that out of bounds. He's been superb. Came in, served a couple of aces. That's his role on the team. Plays professionally here in Poland, so very well known by the Polish fans. Murillo is back on. Off the top of the tape, David Konarski. Very lucky there, but Poland will take every bit of whatever they can handle. Anytime you see a player serve the ball into the top of the tape, it's by accident. So that's just a lucky serve. Perfect pass. What a pass by Mario. And then Wallace on the sharp wrist away. Wallace de Souza, and speaking with the medical staff for Brazil, he sprained his ankle earlier in the tournament, did not play against Poland, but he's back to his old self. Smart shot. That's exactly what Stefan Antiga was talking about. Play. There's lots of ways to put a ball away and get a point on the scoreboard. Off-speed shot. And as the Polish coach said, we're not going to play higher than Brazil. So we got to play a little bit differently with the angles. Murillo, great pass. And Ricardo Lucarelli against 36-year-old Pavel Zagumny. Boy, that was really a bad block. Lucarelli just tucking that ball down inside. And now it is Brazil's turn to go with the double sub. Rafael coming on. Rafael Oliveira, 35 years of age. He'll go back to serve. And Visotto, Leandro Visotto, will come in the left front. Good swing into the cross court once again by Konarski. David Konarski coming in for Mariusz Lazwi and giving Poland a little bit of a lift here. They still trail. Again, Brazil's going to win this opening set, barring an absolute miracle comeback. Another great pass. And Visotto unloads on that. I don't know why Poland is serving Murillo. He just, every pass is perfect. Every pass, I wouldn't even serve the ball in his direction. Lucarelli unloading, tough serve. Smart shot by Konarski, but just over the end line. And that has been challenged by Stefan Antiga. That ball's out, no question. Easy play to call. You can challenge a ball in or out, 3-meter line violation, center line violation, net touch, or touch on the block. Winiarski with the kill, but Pavel Zatorski, the libero in the all-red jersey for Poland, absolutely brilliant, brilliant pass. For a Polish fan, he's got all his, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty good, I didn't get that at first. Sidao off the block. See the balance for Brazil. Sidao, Lucas, Visotto, Lucarelli. They really do a wonderful job. They've got really good, balanced offensive players. And Zizka and Blazwi staying on the bench here. And that ball is served out of bounds, but huge margin for error. Brazil will have another set point. What a good start for Brazil. I think it's impossible to take this crowd out of any match. But you certainly help your cause by getting off to a good start, and Brazil did exactly that, going up 8-4 at the first technical timeout. And that'll do it with Winiarski on the miss. Brazil led 8-4, 13-8, 16-11. And the three-time defending champions cruise over Poland in the opening set, 25-18. Mariusz Wlazły has got to pick it up. Number 10 in white, and the rotation is different. Bernardinho, the coach for Brazil, told me that Poland changes their position in which they start, and that's how the matchups are created. He changes, meaning Stefan Antiga changes all the time. So now we'll see how the rotation goes, but Lucarelli not currently matched up against Wlazły, which worked out really, really well. Well, I'm looking at it now. They'll be against one another in 2 rotations. So not bad if you're Brazil. Right on the line. Mario expecting a call from his teammates, a little bit of help here on whether or not this ball is in or not. Good block by Mateusz Mika. But even if all of his teammates were yelling, I doubt he could hear it. Just got to play the close ones. When in doubt, play it. Right back to Wallace, one-on-one. These two opposites are unique in different kind of ways. They do not fit the physical mold of your typical opposite, who usually goes about 2 meters 7, 2 meters 8, 2 meters 9, about 6'8", 6'9", 6'10", and about 110 kilos, 220, 230, 40 pounds. Both these guys are very different than that physically. Mateusz Mika, again, was really an unknown when he was selected for this national team. Couldn't get a job in Poland, so he went to play professionally in France, and now here he is, a staple of their starting lineup throughout these World Championships. Soccer move off the top of Sadow's head, but didn't get much altitude there. And Poland off to a good start, 4-1. Interesting reminder, last night in the semifinal against France, Brazil won the opening set very easily, 25-18, just like they did tonight against Poland, and they had to go all the way to the 5th set tiebreaker in order to close it out. Just been handed the numbers from the opening set. Lucarelli leading the way with half a dozen points, Lucas Satkamp with 6. That's a lot for a middle blocker, because you don't get that many swings. Very good balance for Brazil. Bruno taking a look and tipping that ball out of bounds. Good scramble by the Brazilian block. Good play. You see Winiarski pulled his hands down. Sometimes as a blocker, you don't want to be a target. Very smart play by the veteran Winiarski. Good swing high up into the block. Restart the point. Oh, what a dig. Piotr Gruszka says, what else? Marino off the block and out of bounds. Point blank range, what a dig. Yeah, I guess the World Championships is up for grabs. Nothing's gonna come easy. Out of the middle to Kos. So both teams making the adjustment depending on what the opposition is doing. Watch number 16. See, he's reading. He wasn't commit blocking with close. He was waiting to see where the ball was going to be set. And in that case, Lucas was late out of the middle, number 16 in blue. Blazwy. Ace. Oh, I thought he had the ace. The linesman right on that call, and Murillo letting that ball go. Let's take another look. Oh yeah, not close. Blazwy is stuffed again. Murillo this time, straight down. When you block against Blazwy, you got to be early because his arm, his game is so fast. Watch the hands of the block. Murillo pressing back into the middle of the court. Back row quick combination. Lucas, who can basically put both hands over the net, standing flat-footed, almost able to get that ball. Good read by Lucas, getting back up. Poland leading 7-5. Brazil, if you're just joining us, won the opening set 25-18. This is the gold medal match of the 18th World Championships. Overpass that time by Giska. Well, I don't know what he's thinking. Great effort that time by Winiarski to keep that ball alive. Giska trying to be too perfect. Wonderful dig. Just set that ball 8 feet off the net. Better off 8 feet off than 1 foot over. Lucarelli again, having just a huge match. Lucarelli, a candidate for most valuable player, along with his teammate Bruno. And I would say the other obvious choice is Mariusz Blazwy, but not the way he started so far for Poland. Blazwy is dug up into the scoreboard. The ball is good off the scoreboard if it stays on your side. So that ball into the scoreboard and then onto Poland's side, so teams will go to their respective benches. A much better start for Poland. They're leading at the first technical timeout, 8-7. Was talking to some of the Brazilian journalists. It's 5 hours earlier in Rio, Sao Paulo, Belo Horizonte, etc. And I asked how many people will be watching in Brazil. He said everybody. Everybody will be watching in Brazil. Football is obviously the most popular sport, but after that, it's volleyball, and both the men's and women's teams for Brazil are at the top of the heap, both ranked #1 in the world. Brazilian women won the Grand Prix this year and are back-to-back Olympic champions. Little confusion there. Not a very strong blocking effort. Wallace did not participate in the block at all. Here's Nowakowski. That ball is up, ruled by the official and the second referee That's good work. That's good teamwork by the officials, because as we see the replay, Franz Loderus, the head referee, easily blocked out for this particular angle. See, Bruno's diving, the referee's off to the right. And so good work, Milan Labasta, the second referee, making sure that that ball was called properly, and it was. Timeout called by Brazil.
Questão é o seguinte, aqui, segunda coisa. Bola sobrou pro Vinhaça, que olha o fundo. Meia bola, meio da quadra. Só no bloqueio, por quê? Três lá! Três lá! Abriu! Caralho, porra! Abriu, caralho!
Coming out of the timeout, Karol Kłos will go back to serve. 3 straight points for Poland. Make it not 4 yet. Laswy, good dig by Murillo. Poland got to score here in order to keep the momentum. If Brazil can save this point, it'd be a big turnaround at this stage of the match. What a point! Well, I've only had the pleasure of being here for the final phase of these World Championships, when the tournament went from 24 to 16, and I came when it was down to 6. But that's the point of the championship so far. Kłos misses that serve just out of bounds. Poland continues to lead 11-8. Poland starting to play, really following the instructions of their head coach, Stefan Antiga. Playing smart, off the block, off the edges, playing with some tempo. Another tip, and this one falls. It's exactly what the head coach, that man right there, told him to do. Stop swinging for the fences. Fabian Žižka, the setter. So Lucarelli again. This young kid, 22 years of age. He's just on fire in these championships. Wow. Star of the future, star of right now. Double sub, Visotto and Rafael coming on. Again, if you're not familiar with the double sub, you bring an attacker and blocker into the front court where the setter would ordinarily be Bruno, so you add strength there, and you don't lose anything with respect to balance and ball control because you bring in another setter. Rafael. Out of bounds. Kłos begging for a touch here, and Stefan Antiga, this is back to match point of last Tuesday night. Very controversial ending. That was a micro touch on Lucas, the middle blocker for Brazil. The ball was hit out of bounds. The replay showed a touch, it confirmed it, and Poland won the match. 17-15 in the 5th. Taking a very close look, and we are going to have the decision. Touch on the block. Off the inside thumb. Here's a better look. There it is. Right off the thumb. Yep, there it is. Good challenge by Stefan Antiga. And Visotto, that was into the antenna first. Vizotto hoping it was off the block into the antenna. And this is wow, that's really close. Really close. Big lead now for Poland. Ball's almost kept alive. That makes it 14-10. Riccardo Lucarelli. And he misses that down the line. Once again, 40 years ago, Poland won their only World Championship title in Mexico City. And here they are with a chance to do it again 4 decades later. For a real common denominator here, Brazil going for their 4th straight World Championship, more than any other nation has ever won consecutively. Murillo is throwing caution to the wind. This is the hardest he has swung at balls all summer long. Saw Murillo at the World League Finals in Florence in July, and his team lost to the United States there, and he really just wasn't able to swing with any velocity. Speaking of velocity, pulse off the top of the block, and we've come to the second technical timeout. Poland leading 16-11, trying to even this best 3 out of 5 set match for the World Championship at a set apiece. Out of the timeout, Vlasic again. Oh! Vizotto blocked straight down. That's one of the best feelings in life. Wow. Beautiful move by Winiarski. This double sub is kind of blowing up in the face of Brazil right now. Really poor decision by Winiarski. And then Murillo taking a look at the block. Poland's got a pretty comfortable lead, but remember that play. Vlasic serving, got the overpass, and for some reason, Winiarski tipped that ball. Good cover by Vlasic. And that ball is missed badly out of bounds by Winiarski. And just like that, there's some pressure here on Poland after they were on cruise control for a while. Wallace hammering straight down. Poland needs a timeout. The tip by Winiarski maybe turned this whole set around. That was really a bad mistake.
They never play during the tournament. Today they play always 3 times. Who can here, they play over. Okay?
Stefan Antiga's coaching resume is a blank page. It's his first ever coaching job. He was playing in the Polish league until he signed his coaching contract in October of 2013. Very interesting story. Ace serve! 17-15. And stuffed straight down, 17-16. And another timeout called. Stefan Antiga blows through both of his timeouts in a 4-point span. And this building, at least for a moment, is in shock.
We'll see. I think they're behind, so they will race. We're ready. We keep it. We don't receive ace and slash. Okay. And after we work,
Bruno has been magnificent from the service line. Brazil on a 6-1 run. Looking for the tie. Off the block and out of bounds. Wow. Magnificent blocking by Lucas along with Murillo. And part of this is that Mariusz Błaszczak has gotten off to such a bad start. Ordinarily, they would set him a long time ago to get out of this rotation. Got to get the ball here. Still not yet. And finally, Winiarski puts that ball away. Wow. They are not going to go to Mariusz Błaszczak here. Very surprising. Good swing. Up into the hands. Six points so far for Winiarski. Points are scored. Successful swings, stuff blocks, and ace serves. To Błaszczak here, finally. Ball set a little bit tight. Wallace, what a good shot. Wow. Right off the beaches of Ipanema. Three blockers up, nobody digging in the cross court. Now Lipe will come on to serve once again for Murillo. Got to take another swing. And beautifully smart shot by Mateusz Mika. Boy, he has really taken his coach's advice to heed. A lot of change of pace. A lot of very good moving the ball around. Poland's lead is only 1. Wallace again just shredding through the hands of the Polish block. Oh, good swing into the cross court. Wow, Mateusz Mika is doing a wonderful job. And the veteran Pavel Zagumny will stay on and serve. A rematch of the last World Championship final. That was won by Brazil, 3-0. Ball is down. Good dig in the backcourt by Zatorsky. But Winiarski along with Klos and Blazwy could not follow up. Mika once again off the edges. Boy, is he playing well. I think he's not going to have any trouble getting a job after these championships. Poland's got a wonderful professional league. Very well run. Players are very well paid. Top league is in Russia. Then after that, Poland, Turkey, and Italy, of course, is right there. That ball shoved right back at Lucarelli. Timeout called by Brazil. Poland back on top. That was just a little bit unfortunate. Lucarelli was trying to throw the ball into the block, get an offensive rebound, and restart the point. Polish block just outdueled him. Timeout called by Brazil. Fernandinho knows that if Brazil can somehow steal this second set, this match is over. And he was trying to communicate exactly that message during that timeout. They trailed 16-11 to come back and tie it at 17. Wallace absolutely just crushing that ball. Poland's block has not been very effective so far. Bruno setting a really good match. You saw a statistic earlier on. Brazil had 6 blocks to only 2 for Poland. That's surprising. Great pass. And to the floor. What a pass off that serve by Mateusz Mika. Please show me the pass, because that was the key to the whole play. Here's Nowakowski, and it's still a 2-point advantage. See Murillo in the left front, so this is either to Wallace or to Sadao. No, Murillo off the block and out of bounds. Boy, what a gutsy performance, because it has just got to hurt like heck every time Murillo takes a swing. Out of bounds, Sadao just missed it, but we're going to have a challenge. It's a set point if the call stands. Ball is out of bounds. Yeah, by quite a margin. So Poland will have 2 set points. And we're tied at a set apiece. Teams will go to the locker room for an extended break. This building, they're knocking the roof off the flying saucer. We're tied at a set apiece, Brazil and Poland, for the 18th World Championship. So Piotr Nowakowski will start things out for Poland. Currently ranked number 5 in the world. Good touch out of the middle. And Nowakowski puts the ball to the floor. Excuse me, that was close serving to get things started here in the third. And interesting, the veteran, Pavel Zagumny, 36 years of age, is in as the starting setter. Part of the team that won the silver medal. Nowakowski with the stop. The block for Poland has not really asserted itself so far in this match, but it did there. Brazil actually out-blocking Poland through a couple of sets. 7-4, out-hitting Poland. 27, make it 30 out of 54. Poland 27 out of 56. Here is Wallace. Blazwy able to tuck that ball down inside. And the matchup is there that Brazil exploited in the opening set that they won easily 25-18. Lucarelli, he just pressed over the net late. He's just late. And that's part of the challenge of going on Blazwy, because he gets the ball to you very, very fast. Good swing down the line by Wallace. A little bit of a feeling out process once again at the start of this third set. There were a couple of absolutely magnificent points in that second set, won by both teams, or either team, if you will. Really good balance for Brazil once again. I'll give you their numbers in a moment. Wallace again past Blazwy. Through 2 sets, Wallace had 9 points. Murillo had 6. That was really big. Lucarelli had 8. Lucas Satkam had 8. Michael Winiarski was the second leading scorer. Mateusz Mika with a dozen was the leading scorer. And where is Blazwy? Only 6 points for Mariusz Blazwy. Last time these two teams played, albeit through 5 sets, he had 31 points. Mateusz Mika is 11 of 16 as he goes back to serve, having a magnificent tournament. On the overpass, nada. Better play by Winiarski going after this one. perfect pass by Mario again, and then Bruno going straight to the floor on 2. Just often enough to keep you honest. And Winiarski went to sleep on that particular play. Oh, look at that. A reverse sky hook by Lucas Satkamp. Wow. Good block. Woo. Little rainbow into the corner. Wallace is blocked by Winiarski again. Poland's block is starting to turn it up. Third set, tied at 1 apiece, and Poland leading 6-5. There's Nowakowski. Brazil continues to pass the ball just exceptionally well. Back to the middle, and another sky dink, this time by Lucas. I think Lucas Satkamp and Dmitry Mazursky are the 2 best middle blockers in the world, as far as attacking and blocking are concerned. A lot of contenders in that field, though. David Lee for the United States and Max Holt. David Lee particularly. Veteran continues to block exceptionally well. I'll tell you, one of the new young star middle blockers on the scene. He's on the bench right now, but no, excuse me. Karol Kłos, number 1 and number 7, look an awful lot alike sometimes, depending on the angle. But Karol Kłos, number 7 for Poland, is really moving among the world's elite and doing it very quickly. There's Kłos in the middle of your screen. Watch how quickly he gets to the outside. That ball was set so fast, and still he was able to get there and help his outside blocker. Blocker Wallace, his hand into the antenna, and that will get us to the first technical timeout of the third set, with Poland leading 8-7 at the 18th World Championships in Poland.
Tem 2 embaixo, tá, moçada? Tem 2 lá.
Side out, tentou lá, vambora. Atenção pra mim aqui, ó. Quebrou um pouco lá.
Ho capito, però va in 5. Provi ad andare un po' più veloce sotto la pala, per esempio sul side out.
Out of the timeout, underway again. Didn't want to battle with the Polish crowd. It was interesting to watch Stefan Antiga, 38 years of age, talking to Paweł Zagumny, 36 years of age. They played with and against each other in the Polish league for the last couple of years. Basically contemporaries. Mika again into the deep cross court. Poland's block and defense system is really starting to pay dividends. They're getting touches on a lot of the attacks from Brazil. That serve carries just over the end line. So we're tied at 9. Boy, both teams so good in serve reception right now. The jump float from Wallace and Lucas and Sadao aren't putting much serving pressure on either, is really starting to give Poland some easy side-out scoring opportunities. And Mika drawing Poland even farther ahead on the net violation. He has done a tremendous job with all of his off-speed shot making. There's the net violation, and now Poland leads at 11-9. Lucarelli off the block and out of bounds. And Blazui not doing a very good job of going straight up and over. Watch Blazui on the outside. See him drifting. Got to set the block much tighter. Plant that outside foot, go straight up. Now it's Brazil's turn, block defense, and then Wallace off the block and out of bounds. Tied at 11. No question. Off Blazui and then into the antenna. And here's Lucarelli again. He and Bruno are about the only ones that are putting any service pressure whatsoever on Poland. That ball's easy to handle. Oh, good play that time by Nowakowski, dealing with a set that was way too low. Pavel Zagumny, starting setter for this team for a long time. 4-time Olympian all the way back to Atlanta in 1996. Wallace ripping that ball once again. Zagumny, good size setter, 2 meters, translates into 6'7". Atlanta, Athens, Beijing, and London. Poland came up empty, and all 4 of his Olympic endeavors, won a World Championship silver medal in 2006. Winiarski. Who's going to make a move? Who's going to pull away? Who's going to make a big play? Who's going to make a big mistake? Big possible advantage to go up 2-1. Here is Bruno. He's the one that served so well in the second set. Almost saved the day for Brazil. That ball through the block and down by Mateusz Mika again. Vlaswy has been very, very quiet. Off the block and out of bounds by Murillo. Continues to produce offensively, giving Brazil a huge lift. Winiarski again. There was a net violation, so even if the ball had been dug by Filipe, it would have been Poland's point. Zagumny runs a nice offense. There's the net violation. Winiarski, boy, not having much of an impact on this match so far, at least from the service line, and that's an area where Poland really needs him. Speaking of not producing, Lucas either. He's just jump floating, and he's become a very dangerous server. There is Vlaswy, Mariusz Vlaswy, and that gets us to the second technical timeout. Third set, tied at 1 apiece for the World Championship. Poland leading 16-15. Kos will continue to serve. Poland leading by 1. Lucarelli nicely over the top. As a quick reminder, Brazil and Poland met for the 2006 World Championship. Brazil coming out 3-0. Brazil beat Cuba in 2010. They beat Russia in 2002 for their 3 straight titles. Double sub. Rafael and Vizotto coming back on. The 6th meeting between Poland and Brazil in the last 2 months. 4 times in the World League. They each won 2 apiece. And Poland won the previous meeting on Tuesday in 5 sets, 17-15 in the 5th. Vlaswy off the block and out of bounds. Oh, that was close. Tough play for Vlaswy. Vizotto was really smart. He made Vlaswy handle the ball and try to get him out of the offense. Easy short serve by Zagumny. And Vizotto is stuffed. That was a bad set by Rafael. Ball set way outside the antenna. And good discipline by Vlaswy to go straight up and over and not chase. Timeout called by Brazil. Zagumny again. The biggest sporting event in Polish history has lived up to its billing. We still might have a long way to go. Easy serve, and Nowakowski right there, but that ball easily put away off the block. See, if you serve easily, beautiful look at Mario and his perfect technique. That ball by Sidao high up off of Nowakowski. Ball ripped by Lucarelli. And smart shot by Blazwy, and then tapped down by Nowakowski. Perfectly legal play. Any part of the ball on Poland's side, and Nowakowski can go up and get it. 19-17. Third set, tied at 1 apiece. Sidao again. Lipe is going to come in now and serve for Sidao. Really tough to come off the bench cold and hit this with any confidence and velocity, but he's done it before, and he does it now. Well, that should have been a double contact, but the ball is blocked. Blocked by Lucas, one-on-one. Boy, that ball was just thrown up to the net. Good defense by Lucarelli. Nowakowski should have just hammered that ball down two-handed. Good block by Lucas. And timeout called by Poland. 19-all.
Good guy. Od prawo i trzymamy. Watch out, yeah, watch out. Soto is in front of you with Luca, so you can search high, exactly like you did. Okay? And guys, we cover. Like that, come on.
Lipe again. And misses that one. Just thought of something, looking at another one of these crowd shots. 11,500 capacity inside the Spodek Arena. Outside, there are another 15,000 watching on the big screen. It was raining earlier. I hope it's not anymore. Even if it was, they'd still be there. Murillo just going to hit up into the, no block. They stayed down on Murillo. Big momentum swing here. Winiarski off the block and out of bounds. The block for Poland is really starting to have an effect on this match. They're getting their hands on a lot of balls. No question about the touch on the outside. Good hitting on the edges by Winiarski. Timeout called by Brazil. Poland leading 21-19. There is the World Championship trophy. Especially consigned for its design by the FIVB, and that will be awarded to the team captain of either Poland or Brazil as soon as this match is concluded. Brazil's passing breaking down a little bit. Big important swing by Leandro Visotto. I don't know where Nowakowski's running. I don't know why he's running up the line. Line was open, the block was in a good place. Bruno and Wallace as the double sub is unwound. Would have been a tough chance, but Nowakowski was really in a bad spot. Lazwi again. I'll tell you, the insertion of Pavel Zagumny into the lineup, the 36-year-old setter, wearing number 5 in white. He's doing a magnificent job. Oh, what a set that time by Bruno. How in the world did he get the ball to Lucas? Talk about having eyes in the back of your head. As soon as this ball was passed, I thought Poland would have a chance to extend their lead to 3. Instead, just a magnificent play by Bruno. And right back at you by Close. Lucarelli one-on-one. That's one thing where you lose a lot with Zagumny, the senior citizen on the floor. He's not very athletic anymore and not going to offer much resistance as far as blocking. Brazil trailing 23-22. Winiarski's passing really well. Good play by Zagumny to get the held ball, and then ball's going to be challenged. The ball was called good, and we're going to take a look. A huge call right in front of the Brazilian bench. Didn't take long. Ball was out. Wow. Yep, ball's out. Close, but out. And now tied at 23. Michael Kubiak coming on now. Wow. A game of centimeters. Mika down the line, and so Poland will have a set point. Good challenge by Bernardinho. Had everybody and his brother yelling at him to challenge that call. Good touch. A chance for the set. Lazwi not yet. Lucarelli into the antenna and out of bounds. Poland leads 2-1. separation between these two teams absolutely paper thin. But Poland's block has started to assert itself. Bruno will serve first. And that ball is out of bounds. Pavel Zagumny, 36 years of age, a four-time Olympian. What a story this would be. Three times in a row to Lucas. Another time, no. This to Lucarelli out of the back row. Back row quick combination. Another superb choice that time by Bruno. I think he's the best player in the world at his position. Jump server, blocker, defender, setter, athlete. I think Maruf from Iran is the best pure setter, but I think Bruno is the best player at that position in the world. Wallace off the block and out of bounds. Good jump float serve by Murillo to get Poland in reception difficulty. And another serve out of bounds by Brazil. Not as potent a serving team as they usually are. Murillo used to have a big jump serve, doesn't do that anymore. Lucas usually was a very good jump server, but he's floating. Here's Mateusz Mika. Good serve. And it's an ace. What a good jump floater by Mika. Lucarelli is blocked. Good cover. Lazwe doing a pretty good job staying in front of Lucarelli. Three tough swings and finally pulling a crossbody down the line. That was an outstanding confrontation between Lazwe and Lucarelli. Poland has been given a yellow card warning. I think it was to the bench. That's Philippe Blanc, formerly the head coach of France. He was the coach of France in 2002 when they won their only medal at the World Championships, and that was a bronze. Nowakowski crushing that. Pavel Zagumny is really running a good offense. Of course, he's getting some help from his teammates. The receivers, Winiarski, Zatorski, they're doing a very good job along with Mika receiving. That serve is missed by Nowakowski. When I was pressed to make a pick before the match started, I picked Poland by the narrowest of margins. Been a really good match so far. Probably a long way to go. This has got tiebreaker written all over it. Third service error of the set so far, and Poland has only scored 5 points. Bernardinho can't believe it. Great pass by Mario. That ball rattles through, and it is not up, but what a pass by Mario, the libero for Brazil. Fantastic reception. Another great pass, this time by Mateusz Mika, and Winiarski with a kill off the left side. This match is being played at a really high level. Remember, first technical timeout comes at 8. I was just about to say, Winiarski has not done much from the service line, and that emphasizes the point. And he's usually a very good server for their head coach, Stefan Antiga. Both teams scrambling. Murillo. And that ball missed out of bounds. A rare miss by Mateusz Mika. Michael Winiarski having a word or two, more than a word or two, with the head referee Frans Loderis from the Netherlands. Wanted a lift called against Poland. And Mika again. Tied at 7. Technical timeout coming. Lucas missed it out of bounds. No touch. And the teams will head to the sideline at the technical timeout. Poland leading Brazil 8-7 here in the fourth.
Aqui, ó, pro número 20 na ponta lá. Voltou a carambolar a gente no meio. Deixa ele fechado. Chega fazendo 1,5 com ele. Tá? Bola na ponta lá, a última bola. Tá? Não pode carambolar na gente. Nossa, ele tem que chegar inteiro no cara.
Good job. We continue with that. Okay?
Saved by Bruno. What an incredible set by Bruno Rezende, the coach's son. Tough chance. Hard enough to set that ball on time to a quick attacker, let alone the back row combination. Brazil a chance for the lead. Mika somehow through the block and down. Boy, he is having the match of his life. Mateusz Mika, through 3 sets, was 15 of 23, and he's done nothing to subtract from that total. Carrillo into the cross court. Boy, one of the game's best players over the last 6 or 8 years, playing with a very, very sore shoulder and giving it all for his team. Off the top of the block. Poland's middle attackers have been very, very effective. Let's look at their numbers through a couple of sets. Nowakowski with 7 points. And Kos with only 5. Boy, it sure feels like more. Ace serve! Timeout called by Brazil. Oh, ball was way in. Just completely handcuffed Mario. Another tough serve, and this one just floats past Mario. 11-10. I was wondering when this substitution might come. Eder Cobanera, 30 years of age, middle blocker. Sedao has been bothered by a very sore knee throughout the entire tournament. That's the 4th service error in this set for Brazil. That's way too many free points. Wallace. Straight up, straight down. Very, very unique hitting style. Shank pass here, gonna lead straight to a point. Both teams have really been receiving at a high level, but Zagumny, his wheels couldn't get him to that ball as fast as they once would. Timeout called by Poland. So each team has used one of their 2 allotted team timeouts. They both have their 2 challenges remaining.
Russian defense, especially in 6.
Out of the timeout, Brazil serving, tied at 12. Wasley away from Lucarelli and Adair. Lazwe down the line. And Wallace somehow tucks that ball down inside. Wow, remember that play. Brazil was in all kinds of trouble. Great set again that time by Bruno. Just put the ball, give your attackers a chance. And another serve out of bounds. And that's going to be a challenge. I think Brazil is going to lose this challenge. The second referee, Martin Labasta, didn't even need to put his glasses on. Now a yellow card. So a yellow card to Poland first, and now a yellow card to Brazil. Poland for the 2-point lead. Mika sliding into the cross court. What a dig by Zatorski, the libero. And Winiarski misses that ball out of bounds. 13th match for both of these teams. Brazil went 5 last night in the semifinals, beating France. Hard fought right to the end, 15-12 in the 5th. And Poland worked very hard as well to take out Germany. Congratulations again to the Germans for winning the bronze medal, their first ever medal at the World Championships. Wallace missed it out of bounds. And we're going to have a challenge. Is the challenge for a touch, or is the challenge for in or out? And there's the net, okay, or a net violation. Good work by the Brazilian staff. That was huge. That was huge. That ball's missed out of bounds, and that'll get us to the technical time out. Poland leading 16-15. Out of the technical timeout, Poland to serve. Oh, and quickly to the floor. Wow, that ball should not have gone down. That ball was not thrown to the floor by Bruno. That had some air underneath it. Lazwi was just not ready. Lazwi off the block. And stuffed straight down by Lucas. Mateusz Mika, one of the few attacking mistakes he has made. He has really had a good night. Mika again, right over the top of the block. You're wondering how Mateusz Mika does that. 23-year-old, 2 meters 6 centimeters, 6'9". He's got really a high snap right over the top of the block, tied at 17. Good touch out of the middle, but Zatorsky loses his footing. Not sure he could get to that ball anyway. Very easy serve by Paweł Zagumny. That's a good touch out of the middle by Nowakowski. Nowakowski set that up, but you saw where the ball landed. Lipe is going to come on, and he'll serve from Murillo. Lipe did a great thing. When Brazil called a timeout, he got right in the middle of it and really was working hard with his teammates. The 30-year-old veteran, he spent a long time to work his way onto the Brazilian national team, and he's finally done it. Plays professionally here in Poland. Bad set that time by Zagumny. That's what we call a trap set. I mean, nowhere to go. And now Brazil with a 19-17 lead, and Poland, yep, there it is. Poland needs a timeout, and they've called it.
Good job in reception, that's perfect. Perfect in reception, we keep it high. That's good. If you have time, I know it was too close. If you have time, push stronger, just stronger.
Lipe will serve again. Brazil a chance for the three-point lead, and they've got it. And somehow there's a challenge here. I'm not exactly sure what Stefan Antiga could be challenging. Oh, center line. It's wishful thinking. Biggest lead of the set for either team. Lipe certainly did his job. Bad toss. Threw that ball too low, too far into the court. But by rule, you got to hit it. So keep the ball in. That's what Bernardinho was just telling him. Just cut it. Overpass. Poland back within one. Timeout called by Brazil. Okay, Poland does a really good job of float serving. They really make the ball move. By my count, Brazil is out of timeouts. 24 teams started this tournament. Poland played Serbia in the opening match in the National Soccer Stadium in front of 62,000 people back on August 30th, and then the tournament officially started on the 1st for the rest of the teams. Oh, that ball just caught a whiff and drifted long. Lucas has just not been a factor serving so far in this match. Brazil, a chance for a three-point lead, not a good set. You know, if you're out of position, if you're off balance, don't try to do something special. Just hit the ball in the court. Make the other team earn a point. Nowakowski. Good touch out of the middle. Poland a chance for the tie. There it is. Lucarelli just crushing that ball off the block. And they called a center line violation. Wow. And this call is going to be challenged. Your foot, yeah, he's completely under. That's a center line violation. That's a good call. Wow. Big call. Two of the best, two of the most experienced referees. Their last international matches had a better look at it on the other replay. Franz Loderus, the first referee, and Milan Labasta. And there was no doubt Poland on top 22-21. Lucarelli again, buck straight down. Brazil's out of timeouts. It is deafening. 3 World Championship points. Lucarelli leaving little doubt. Bisotto coming on to block. Here for Bruno. Wallace to serve. Flazwi. Nowakowski in the middle. Winiarski on the outside.